It's time for Recipe of the Day. I've told you before that I love Velveeta. It's actually like a secret guilty pleasure, and it's dangerous for me too. I buy it not very often. I buy it if I'm making pierogies. It is like the secret ingredient in my pierogi filling, and I've actually tested a pierogi recipe recently, and that is going to be going live on the website soon. But it is my secret ingredient for that. I buy it for a couple of other things, and if it's in my fridge, I tend to just like cut off a piece of it every time I open the fridge and eat some. So like dangerous, but I love it, and I love making queso with it. And so does Marty, my boyfriend. He is obsessed with Velveeta queso. And that is the recipe that I'm telling you about today. Super easy, super delicious. This one is made in the slow cooker. So it is a great thing to be thinking about if you're having any like holiday parties or anything like that. I actually often will do a pot of the Velveeta queso and then a pot of like a chili. And then I put out like nacho toppings, or you could think of them as like taco salad toppings, lettuce, tomatoes, shredded cheese, some beans, some tortilla chips crushed up or whole. And then what else we do? Green onion, sour cream, guacamole, salsa. Or I'll ask the guests coming over, everybody bring your favorite like taco topping kind of thing. And then we end up with this nacho bar or like taco salad bar, depending how you want to call that. And it's just a great thing for a party. So this is the Velveeta dip that I make. For that, you're going to get out your slow cooker and you're going to use a 16-ounce container of Velveeta cheese or 4 of the smaller blocks if that's how you're buying them. You want to cut them into 2-inch cubes just to speed up the melting process. And you're going to add that to your slow cooker along with a can of no bean chili, or if you have leftover chili, or you can cook up some ground beef and add that instead. And then a 10-ounce can of Rotel. I like the mild diced tomato and green chilies one, and you drain that a little bit so that it's not super wet in there. And then you season it up. So the recipe that I am linking to has a teaspoon of chipotle chili pepper seasoning. It also has a teaspoon of ground cumin, but my Marty does not like cumin, so I don't add that in there. Up to you. That's the great thing about doing this yourself, is you can decide these things, right? And then it's half a teaspoon of cayenne and a half a teaspoon of salt. And you just put that all into the slow cooker and cook it on low for 2 hours. Then open it up and give it a stir. And then you just really are cooking it until it's all heated through and melted, and you can serve it straight from the slow cooker. Leave it on like warm, and it's going to be perfect, creamy, cheesy, delicious. I will put the link to this recipe in the show notes for this podcast episode, or you can head to cookthestory.com/ROTD and get it there. Everything there is arranged by date, so it's helpful to know that today is November 5th of 2024. You can also get the link in our Facebook group. I post the recipe of the day link there every morning, so you can always find what I'm talking about, get a great idea for what to make that day for dinner or that weekend for your upcoming party. Always great ideas, wonderful recipes. I test everything so thoroughly. You're going to love that group. You can join it at facebook.com/groups/recipeotd. I look forward to seeing you there. I'm Christine Pittman from cookthestory.com, thecookful.com, the all new chicken cookbook. And from this podcast, Recipe of the Day, I hope you have a great day. Let's get cooking.